All right, all right, all right. What's going on, guys? Let's get this show started. Looks like we are live on YouTube. That is good. Stream health looks good. Let's get into some futures trading here. Just checking this out one more time. Shows me excellent connection. Cool. And send this out to the boys on Telegram, Instagram, Discord. Nice. Get this rolling. Cool. Yeah, man. So I am going to be checking out, back at it again today. Going to be checking out Dow on the 5-minute chart, trading futures here near the end of NYSE session. That is the game plan. Make sure I got chat up. Cool. So what I'm looking at here is I'll go over what I saw today. No trades this morning. Kind of give you a rundown of what I'll be looking at and how I'll be trading this. Usually I'll start out on a higher time frame. I'll hide this volume BS for now that I've been looking at. Starting on a higher time frame, we've got an obvious uptrend that's been running for a while in the US market. Dow, NASDAQ, S&P, all been on a tear to the upside. We put in this really nice high up here Thursday the 21st. We're over here on Thursday the 28th. Big sell-off after that high, came down, maybe was just testing this potential support area right down here and started to push up. We got a really big push up yesterday. I was trading that, ended in profit, didn't catch the big move. But this was the big push up yesterday after kind of a slow trickle down and then just the massive push up. A lot of consolidation. This was my pre-market range. I'll try to mark off a low and a high right before the open. This was the 5-minute bar before the open at 9:25. I'll mark out the open with a vertical line just to show me where 9:30 is. And then I'll use some volume. I've been using volume lately just to kind of see how it lines up with, supply and demand, support and resistance areas, order blocks, whatever you want to call them. You can say I'm using them incorrectly by calling them all the same name, but just areas of interest on the chart, tops and bottoms, areas where price had put in some action, some structure before and after really big pushes up. So I'll mark off some zones like that, as you can see on here. Most of these are coinciding with, I'll turn all this bullshit back on, are coinciding with big volume areas from session volume. This is just session volume profile. These are the points of control, which would mark the high volume area where the most volume was traded for the day. So, you can kind of see plotted on a horizontal area where the volume is. Again, I'm really a bare bones, just price action, market structure kind of guy. As you can tell by my single color candlesticks, I like stuff super simple, super straightforward. The futures market being a central market, regulated, everybody's on the same exchange. The brokers aren't making the price and the data. It seems to be a little more beneficial to take a look at the volume since everybody's viewing this. It's the exchange where all the volume is traded. So I'm kind of testing with that, taking a look and seeing what, how price reacts, if I can, gain a little bit more insight into what may be going on behind the scenes and just find a way to structure risk. I don't think any of this stuff is going to have a massive predictive power and generate a wildly high win rate. I'm definitely not always looking to add an indicator or more shit to my charts. I really like to be trading just with market structure and price action. But again, coming into the futures market, there's some more data available, more reliable data available. I'm starting to look at, I was talking about this on the live this morning, footprint charts. There's Bookmap, there's a lot of other stuff that's available, to see order flow and all that type of stuff. So yeah, that's kind of the basics of it. Again, VWAP, average price weighted by volume, kind of taking a look at that. That's pretty much flat. I'll get rid of that. Not something I like to leave on. That one I find the least useful. The volume down here also not really so helpful. The horizontally plotted volume has it's been where I thought it would be. So there's that. But, I'll leave that up for now. So here was our pre-market, again, consolidated pre-market range, was kind of this trend up, slow trend up, some higher highs, higher lows, consolidating a bit around this middle area. Towards the open, it started pushing up. It broke up at the open, and then was kind of just a slow sell-off all day. My bias coming into this morning, just my general frame, what I was looking for was going to be a buy, right? Like lining up with the higher time frame trend. Big push up yesterday, break to the upside. Markets trending up in pre-market. Looked like it was going to push up, pull back somewhere in here, maybe aggressively, and then push back up. We didn't get that. We kind of just had this slow trickle down. So again, I was kind of waiting for buys all the way down until we got into this area. I watched all the way down until it kind of put this double bottom in and started to push up. At this point, I wasn't so enthusiastic about taking a buy. I would have to have a pretty wide stop loss if I was going to have a stop all the way below here. If not, I was going to have one just below a bar or two. Kind of aggressive. I want to be targeting a big momentum move up, and I just didn't see that happening. And again, it didn't happen. This is where my stop would have been, if I had placed it somewhere in the middle. Kind of just got more consolidation out of it. It is the last larger trading day of the month and the quarter. Tomorrow is Good Friday. Most markets are closed. So we are going to see if we get some volume, some volatility towards the end of the market. Again, big move yesterday, nothing but consolidation for really the NASDAQ and the Dow on the lower time frames all the way into today, as you saw. Stayed out of the chop, which is good. No lost trades. We'll try to get on the right side of some volatility that might come in, like we saw yesterday. Huge move that might come in, towards the end of market here. NYSE usually looking between that like 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock time frame for the larger move. So hopping on the charts around 2:30 Eastern, EST, around this 2:30 p.m. Eastern time frame is pretty sweet for this. If you go back through and you look at the session, you look at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, and you look around that 2:30 to 4 Eastern in the afternoon, you'll see some volatility. A lot of times, if we don't get it in the morning, we'll get it in the afternoon, and vice versa. There's plenty of days, usually like 1 or 2 out of the week where it's nothing but chop, like it just seems to just continue what it's doing, or just kind of consolidate towards the end. So you can definitely get caught up in it if you're expecting a move and you're trying to buy a breakout or something like that. But there's enough volume day after day and volatility that comes in for me to want to be sitting here trading it. I definitely think the morning is the bread and butter, but you get 2 shots for NYSE on these US indices, in my opinion. So again, yesterday was a great example of that. Just a massive move up. Not a whole lot during the day, kind of the same slow trickle down, and then a little bit of the trend up, and it just took off like a rocket. You can go back and watch. Ended up taking a small stop out here, and then a trade that I did duck out of pretty early. I figured we weren't going to get this huge move, just watching candles close. But honestly, looking back on this one, this is definitely something I would have liked to have held longer. Probably just clip the first half or 3/4 of the position and leave a runner on it. Got to hold trades and get those winners to be bigger than the losers. Again, if we're getting a pretty nice risk to reward overall, not on every individual trade. It's kind of dynamic. We're changing stop losses, but if we're getting a nice risk to reward, we don't need this massively high win rate. We could take stop outs on the way to, to these nice big profits and, protect capital in the meantime by getting stop loss to break even, taking stop outs. So that's the big spiel on what I'm looking at here, how I trade this. So again, trickled down, kind of put this double bottom in here, pushed back up. This is prior day high right here. Again, this is my session, pre-market session, highs and lows. This is a point of control getting printed from this session volume profile. We got some zones above and below that coincide with structural levels, tops and bottoms, areas where we might find some support or resistance. They also coincide with volume traded for previous sessions. So, I'm kind of going to look to take this either way. Again, this is really a consolidation type of move. Not super exciting coming into it. We're at 2:27, 2:28 p.m. Eastern Standard. If we start to break up above, it might be a decent opportunity to get long. We don't have to have a stop loss that's too far away, an area where we'd like to be out if price does wick back down. But we can get involved with the market, have some potential for catching an upside move. If we start to move into profit, we could throw stop loss up a little bit tighter, move it to break even, see if we can't get in there. I'm going to be trading this again in the futures market, and starting with a few contracts based on where my stop loss has to be. This is just kind of arbitrary. I'll adjust it as I get in here. And again, like I was talking about yesterday, I'll maintain some flexibility here. I don't like to display just a flip-flopping move back and forth, going long, going short, chasing price or the market. But the goal with trading around these, these specific times is to leverage that volatility that's going to come in. So we want to be able to get into the market when we believe price is going to head a certain way based on what, price action and market structure is showing us. And it provides a good way to structure risk. We got to have both of those things to a degree. If we are early, if we're wrong, if price comes down, flips back, if we maintain that, mental flexibility, not to be married to our positions, we could say, you know what? It's dumping. Price is going down. We got multiple bearish bars, for example. We were long. We took a stop out. Let's take the short side of this. And a lot of times that works out really well. Sometimes it can be frustrating. It comes right back out and stops you out and moves in your direction, and that's just trading. But I'll move pretty quickly in this deal. It's a little more aggressive, a little bit more of a scalping type strategy on the 5-minute. Not in the sense that I'm taking profit so quickly, but the way that I will be entering and potentially taking, a stop out or 2 or 3 on the way to try to catch, some of that move. So could be kind of getting in here and trading in this range type of a deal, buying above and below prior bar highs and lows. I'm going to hang out a little bit. Again, we're right at 2:30. So we'll see how this thing starts to develop. Yeah, I'm curious what the lag is on YouTube. I put ultra low latency on this just to try to have it be. Yeah, I could see it actually filming. So there's definitely going to be a lag behind here streaming on YouTube, but it is what it is. We'll get it out for free to everybody that wants to check this stuff out. So if you guys got any questions, throw it in the chat. Trading questions, happy to answer. While we're kind of hanging around, if we're waiting for anything and I'm not staring at the chart, we could check out another pair, check out something you're watching. I don't mind doing that, man. Try to help out as much as we can. So yeah, kind of just gonna hang on this one. Let's check what NASDAQ has been doing. So this was NASDAQ today. Not a whole lot. Opened up kind of similarly. Oh no, kind of pushed down and then pushed back up. Not exactly similarly to Dow. So we let me get rid of that. Sure. Yeah, we look good there. Yeah, but slow in consolidation again. A lot of overlapping bars, a lot of indecision. Kind of just slow moving market. Trickle down to the downside here towards the end of the day. Dow is even more kind of consolidating. Looked like this was going to start a push back up. That kind of failed. Started again. Didn't break the high. Now we're headed back down. So Dow, down, NASDAQ down below again. This pre-market range, the low that it put in here, the low that it put in at the open. So going to focus on Dow for this one, but can be helpful just to take a look at NASDAQ as well, see what's going on over there. I've been doing a better job about not staring at both markets. I think it can be helpful, again, to have an idea of what's going on multiple markets, but you can start to get information overload, and there's days when they move with very positive correlation. They're moving in the same direction around the same time. There's days when that just doesn't happen. They move completely opposite each other, especially on lower time frames. You're going to see them trend similarly on higher time frames for the most part. But on these lower time frames, they can get, away from each other. So I've kind of gotten away from staring at both at the same time. I don't think it provides, a really big advantage. I think if anything, it just confuses us a little bit more. So check this. We got nice. Yeah, so we got a bar coming down. Again, kind of just right around this middle range that price has been messing with. It's lining up with the point of control, kind of our pre-market middle ground. That's what this line is designated here. Just below the high of yesterday. So, we'll see. I'm looking again just on the higher time frame analysis. I'm looking to the upside on this. Like that's what my my basis of taking a trade is. But I will really take this either way. Right now we got a bearish bar forming. We'll kind of see if we get some momentum rolling either way. I'll look to jump in with it and just, place a stop fairly tight just to try to capitalize on the move pushing down and look to get the stop to break even. Again, trying to make more than I'm risking on the trade, but I don't like to say I'm going to have a 2-to-1 and this is exactly how I'm going to manage it. When I'm on this lower time frame trading this way, I got to use my discretion, use my experience, intuition a little bit. And that's, what I feel can provide an edge when you're managing your trades. So I don't want to say I'm going to do one thing and then do another. So I'll just give you the basic outline here. But we'll see if we can't take a couple of trades, take a couple winners, take a couple losers, see what the market gives us. Wrap up this trading week. I'm not messing with anything tomorrow. I'll be off the charts. It's Good Friday, man. So whether you celebrate it or not, probably don't want to be on the charts. Yeah, man. The heart symbol. Thank you for that. Again, guys, if you got any questions or anything, trading questions, feel free to let me know. Sometimes this is kind of slow, like we're sitting here waiting for it. The move will jump in quick, and I'll probably not be reading what the chat says or anything else. I'll just be focused on trading. But while we're kind of sitting here waiting for something to happen, feel free, ask away. Just started doing these, the YouTube live in the afternoon, so just getting started, man. But I'm gonna try to jump on here, make some money, show you guys how I trade, what my style of trading is, the strategy. Really, just kind of answer anything you guys have. I do it live every morning for NYSE Open, just about every morning on the U.S. indices. It's my bread and butter. I charge for that, got a paid program, but I also have my free Telegram where I share, Forex analysis every day, what I'm looking for on the 1 hour, the higher time frame stuff. So if you're not in Telegram, feel free to hop in. If you're interested in my paid programs, the live trading, or even the more intensive one-on-one, where I have a 3-month program, really kind of custom tailored to the individual, where they're at with their trading. I do my best to work with you and make steps towards profitability. While we're at it, I'll keep rambling. Make sure you read the disclaimer. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing here is financial advice. Trading's risky. You're probably going to lose all of the money that you decide to trade with if you decide to trade. So have fun watching this for entertainment purposes only. make sure you read the disclaimer and you stay up to date on that disclaimer on my website, realdealforex.com. So kind of slow moving here towards the end of the day. I don't know, man. I think we might see a push. Like it's gonna be one or the other. But we had this slow move today, slow move in the NASDAQ. Really nothing but consolidation. Maybe like everybody's done and wrapped it up on the Thursday, but I think there's potential towards the close. Just kind of especially the closeout for the day and the month to just see some volatility. It might be too quick to catch. Like obviously if I'm sitting here, yapping away, and we get a bar that just blasts up, it's pretty hard to capitalize on that. I'm not going to wait for a candle closure. I'll probably hop in between something, but there's a chance I miss the move. If I'm just watching, I'm not that strong of a buyer or a seller or taking it either way to say I'm going to set stop order above and below and just take the thing long or short. I got to see what's going on, but I think we got a chance to see some volatility come in. If not, we'll chill out a little bit, watch the chart, and try not to lose money. But that's part of it. Got to risk it for the biscuit. Cool, man. Let's see my boys. Nice. Sweet, man. So yeah, kind of just chilling on this one. Let's check out some of the forex pairs. I'll set an alert just above and below, so it dings if we start to see a breakout above or below real quick. But let's go ahead and just check out what we had rolling on Forex. Jump to the 1 hour while we're waiting around for some stuff to kick off. Turn all that off because I don't get volume in my US for my US Forex broker. Had a winning trade on this one that we closed out yesterday. Took a sell up at this area, wrote it down somewhere in the middle here. That worked out pretty nicely. Broke down. This was my analysis from this morning while it was still down here. Shared that in Telegram. Pulled back up, looking for it to come down. I didn't take a sell here. Again, kind of coming into this holiday weekend, not planning on holding the trade over 3 days while the market's closed. I'm not paying attention. So we'll see if we get a breakdown below. If we zoom out a little bit, the trend on this one is down. This is kind of what I'm playing on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. When we zoom in on the 1 hour a bit, we see this downtrend. It can certainly pull up, break some highs, really stay below this high up here and still be following this downtrend. Sometimes we'll see some structure like that happen, but looking for this to continue. So we'll kind of just see what it looks like on Sunday evening for me, Eastern, or Monday morning. I'll take a look. Still gonna be looking short. Wait for some kind of break and retest to pull back to, what I'm looking at for a resistance and order block, a clearing liquidity or whatever fancy term you want to look at, or label what we're looking at on the charts. But we'll make it simple and find a way to structure some risk and try to get involved with the market. So I'm looking short. Euro looks pretty good. We'll see if this breaks this low. If it pushes up higher, starts breaking highs. I'm gonna leave whatever alerts I have. I'll probably clear them out by the end of the day. USD JPY stuck in this consolidation area. Obviously, we are at this very important resistance zone, the highs. It's tested this a few times. We're back up testing it again. If we drop to the 1 hour, it knocked against it a few times. This recent one kind of just tapped above a bit and then pulled back into this kind of rangy consolidation area. I need to see a break above or a break below. I think, obviously, if it breaks above, we could be in for a wild ride. Same deal if it starts trailing off this thing. Maybe it fakes out and then comes to the downside, but I'll get an alert either way. I'm not going to jump in on the breakout. I'll wait for some structure. And that is Dow telling me to wake up. and come back to the party. Selling off a little bit. Let me throw this back on just for fun. Yeah, wait and see here. Got a couple bearish bars. Found a little bit of support where it's been tapping against this area, testing it multiple times as support, resistance, support, resistance. Now we're breaking below. Maybe this is going to be some value coming in here. 243. Maybe we want to get short on it. I'm going to wait and see if this continues. Again, I don't want to miss the move, but I'm going to do my best not to get caught up in the chop. Let's see what NASDAQ is doing. NASDAQ's the same. Approaching the lows, looks like it might start to sell off. So Dow, nice move. Let's get ready to get short on this bad boy. See, I was getting a little bit bored. Decided to go through some Forex analysis and missed a nice entry. No, I wasn't. Probably wasn't going to be taking a short. Not probably. I wasn't going to be taking a short on this bar. Obviously a nice bearish bar, but you know we got all that overlapping shit right here. This could just have easily as bounced, and this isn't clear enough of a trend one way or the other for me to be jumping in that aggressively. Now it's looking bearish, so we'll see what we get. This continues. Maybe we come in for a short. Looks like it's going to try to get below this low. If it starts to break down quick, I'll probably jump in as this thing is falling. See if we can't capitalize on a move. But maybe that's going to be the play of the day. Trended down, pull back up, put like two failed highs coming above prior day high after breaking above it pre-market and at the open, and it's going to continue down. That's fine. Below this, it's got some room to run. Obviously, that was a huge push yesterday. The first zone up from yesterday, if you're not looking back past that price action, is pretty far down. So let's see what we get. I know I said I wasn't going to check NASDAQ 20 times, but here we go. Checking NASDAQ. It's bearish as well. Let's just keep this set up in case we want to get ready for a quick sell. See what the Dow can do for us today, man. Would be nice to finish this off with a little bit of profit. But yeah, there we go. I mean, sold off. Next bar's trending up, pushing back up. Maybe coming to kind of just clear the gap that it started to make on a 5-minute and then come back down. We will see. But that's the fun part about trading on the lower time frames. You don't need much to be able to catch a nice move on the 5-minute chart. Day like today, it's a little bit slow, so it can be a little bit choppy, but you get in before a nice move. Anything like yesterday, half or a quarter of what yesterday's nice run up was, you end up with a nice trade. So let's give this time to breathe. Came all the way back up, retesting this main area of volume, point of control for this session. Where the VWAP is, if I have that on, and the middle ground, really right around the middle ground for pre-market. So there's definitely an area there that it likes messing with. So maybe it bounces off this, comes back down. I'd probably look to get short on a trade like that if it blasts towards this low again with some momentum after coming up. If we get the opposite and we start breaking bullish, I might look to take it that way. Again, we're coming into this time frame where I look to get a little bit aggressive and leverage some volume coming into the market. Got to find a balance between being too quick to jump in before the move is, really telling you which way it's going to go, and being too late where you get a rough entry not kind of far up on the move, somewhere up in the middle of a bar, and your stop loss, your risk has to be structured, where you're not really giving it any room to breathe. So it's all about that balance. Let's see what we get from this bar. Try to get some action, try to get some trading going. Definitely don't want to just be jumping on and taking trades for no reason. So I'm not going to do that. Again, like yesterday and today were in the morning, were no trade days. Did some trading in the afternoon yesterday. But that's fine. Again, like today, I was looking long really all day after a pullback, and I'm glad I waited on this bar. This was the one that almost got me. Price pushed up, pulled back down, tapped into this zone that was, the area that we were looking, found some support right there, created this bar, and then this one, as you can see how it traded, this looked like it was going to be good. So I was getting ready to hit the button and, just gave it some time, said I'm going to wait for it to close and, watch how the next bar opens up. Glad I did, because pulled right back down and then dropped off. This would have been a stop out, stop would have been below here, would have went straight into drawdown. Which happens. I'll get caught on a different day. Just trading the general approach that seems to work well for me. But the no loss thing is better than a loss. So that's how I look at it. I wasn't watching this morning and saying, okay, bearish bar, let me sell the first one. Would have worked okay, I guess. Probably would have made it to a 1-to-1, but. Yeah, it's okay not to take a trade, man. Preserve your capital for, some times where the market's giving you some good opportunity, like we might see right now. Bigger bar, which is nice. We got some volume, some selling pressure on this one that came in, and then right back up, following this overlapping trend, but. Again, we got some larger size bars. We got some movement going on. So let's see. Here's a 5-minute close. Do we continue this push up now, or do we come right back down and start breaking below the low? If we do, this would be making a case for a nice sell that I'll probably look to get in on. This is its comfort place right now. This is its safe space that it's in. Where is it going to journey out from here? We'll watch to take it either way. Let's see, man. What time frame are you looking at? This is the 5-minute, brother. This is the 5-minute chart. I don't know if the P&L from Trade of 8 is blocking it, but yeah, it's the 5-minute chart. I am on the Dow E-mini here. So yeah, if you guys got any questions, if I didn't say it already, feel free, ask away. I was saying before, if we get some time, I could look at any charts you're looking at, give you my opinion on analysis, check out anything that you want to check out, or answer any trading related questions to the best of my ability. If I don't know something, I'll tell you I don't know, and I don't use it. If I do, I'm happy to talk about it. But yeah, we are on 5-minute chart. This is the Dow, E-mini Dow, the $5 contract. It's the same as the US 30 chart if you're trading CFDs or the Forex market. US 30 is Dow, NAS 100 would be the NASDAQ. Extremely similar chart. The data in the CFDs is provided by the broker. The data, everything from the futures market comes out of just the one centralized futures market, the CME or the CBOT. So that's that, man. Let's see. Yeah, man. Welcome in. More people are hopping in. Again, on the 5-minute chart, checking out Dow, waiting to see what we get from here. Watching to see if we get a Break below these lows, might go for a sell. If we start to push up, might go for a buy, trying to leverage some volatility coming in here at the end of NYSE, New York Stock Exchange session. So let's wait and see. Again, I'm not really sold either way until we get really above this area or below this set of lows here with a nice push. I'll leave that on there just to show you guys what we're looking at. When I trade, you'll see it right on here. It'll have a running P&L. I got my broker connected through here to trade right on TradingView. Show you what we're looking at. This is an eval account through Tradeovate for futures. So fun to mess with. It's been cool so far. Futures market. I come from the Forex market. Everything that's been going on with prop firms, anything unregulated, has really just been going by the wayside. The ability to trade the U.S. indices has kind of gotten ripped out from under everybody. The regulated Forex market, like the brokers that offer Forex, under regulated spot Forex stuff to the U.S. clients, they don't offer CFDs. You can't trade US 30 or NASDAQ. Really, our only option is in the futures market. And I'm sorry that it took me so long to come over, because so far it's been great. Super professional. Again, haven't been here so long, so we'll see how it plays. But super professional market. Everything that I've seen so far is very legit. Very intuitive. Seems extremely reliable. All the companies, all the brokers, everything involved has been around for forever. The companies seem they're all regulated. They're all operating in this centralized market. The funding accounts, the prop accounts that they have, operate through the regulated brokers. All the data comes from one place. The brokers, they're not using any kind of broker that's has any opportunity to mess with anything. There's big names again that have been around for over a decade. So seems super legit so far. Again, just my really initial experience with it has been pretty positive. So it's great because I do like to focus on the U.S. indices. I'm really focusing on NASDAQ and Dow. Right now it's Dow just because I like the smaller sizing, the way the point and tick values allows for some small sizing to trade these eval accounts, just kind of mess with them, get them started without taking on too much risk. You could trade the NQ NASDAQ as well, pretty small size, not really a problem. But yeah, it's been cool so far. I got on late. Sorry about that. Just started following your page. Are you swing trader on indices? More scalping, man. Yeah, it's thanks for jumping on, man. It's mostly scalping. I wouldn't call it scalping so much as I would just call it day trading. I'm not going for, a few ticks in either direction. I'm going to be kind of aggressive with an entry and look to move stop loss, somewhere to break even or protect capital when I can, and then try to capitalize on a larger move. But again, most scalper style stuff, you're only in trades for a few seconds. That's kind of how it's categorized. You're going for a really tight stop loss and just looking to get a little bit of profit out of it. If scalper, where can I find your strategy? This is it, man. I just come on here and explain it. In my YouTube videos, you can find just my general approach. I really apply the same approach that I do on the higher time frames to the lower time frames. It's a little bit more structured on here. I'm going to watch to see if this breaks above. If it doesn't, and I'm going to wait a little bit more, I'll kind of go through it more in detail. But essentially, I use price action and market structure. I've been using a bit more of volume. I take a look at what the market structure looks like on a higher time frame, on the 1 hour, the 4 hour. Are we in an uptrend? Where are we at in relation to support and resistance zones, supply and demand zones, order blocks? I don't use anything super fancy. I don't care what you call them, just areas on the chart, horizontal levels that I want to pay attention to. Then I drop down to the 5 minute. before NYSE open, which is this line here, I'll mark out a pre-market range. I'll take a look at what the trend looks like, what the levels are in that pre-market range. I'll watch the open, and I'll have a bias going into it like I did today. I was talking about looking long, and I'll kind of watch to see if we get some structure that forms in that direction. I'll look for a good opportunity to structure risk that I think can provide a good risk to reward ratio. And I will use price action for my entry. So we got some, I'm going to get rid of these lines here. That's the basis of it, man. We got some momentum coming up. I'm tempted to jump right in here long, but I think I'm just going to hang out for a minute to see where this goes. Pulled all the way back down. Again, kind of tested this area as support. Now it's breaking up pretty hard. If I hopped in here, my stop would be somewhere down here. Yeah, let's go ahead and try the long on this one. 1 minute, 30 seconds left on the bar.
Order filled.
That's in. Let's see if this momentum continues. I'm going to go, I'm going to leave my stop here for the moment. I'll see if this starts to come back down. I might duck out of it pretty quick, just in case you want to close out quickly. But yeah, going to hop in on momentum, pushed up, kind of what we were waiting for. This is the 3 o'clock level. Looks like this can push directly up to this zone here. Maybe it'll be a fake out and it'll start to fall back down. Again, I'm going to leave my stop loss just arbitrarily up here, 30 pips, 30 points, and leave this to see if this momentum continues. We're going to get the candle close here in about, less than a minute, 45 seconds. And we'll see. We can definitely come back down and test this level, clip a stop, and push out. So I don't love the stop loss, but I'm not going to take on more risk than the small amount that I want on this account for right now. Momentum didn't continue. It's not great. Let's see what we get out of this one. Got to get involved a little bit. When I see some momentum like this, big, bullish bars pushing up, really nice bullish bar, larger than everything else around it. This indicates, buying coming into the market. Here's the move that we were looking at yesterday, potentially pushing up really hard. If it retraces all the way back down to these highs before the move continues up, that's fine. Take the stop out and we'll wait to see. Maybe it comes down and starts to push up long again. We can get long on it again. That's fine. If it's a fake out all the way to the upside, comes down, stops us out, maybe we look to get short on it. But the game plan is to protect capital as best we can while we are leaving opportunity to make some money. So, yeah, man. See what we get out of this one. Again, if we start to come down quick, I'm probably going to cut it before this stop. If we start to come down really hard back into this level, which it looks like it might, I'll just close out the order. I don't really like the resistance it's finding right here. Not really at any kind of level outside of these candle closures. We're above this prior day high. This looked like a nice push up that could continue. Let's see what we get. Yeah, again, if this starts to retrace down, I'll probably just duck out. Not yet. Let's see the push, baby. Let's see the push. No wick to the downside on this one. This is dangerous. It can definitely come down here, create a wick, and then push up. We got a pretty big gap here with no price action to the outside, so that's a little bit of a dangerous play. But we still have some momentum continuing to the upside. So let's see if this continues. There's it creating a wick to the downside. Maybe that's all it needed. Yep, if we get a nice push up, I'll bring stop loss way up. Try to stay in it while protecting capital. Again, if it blasts down, it might just take me right out. If it starts to trail down, I might duck out of it a little bit before my stop. Wait to see what happens. Maybe enter up near the highs again and try it for a second round. But let's see what we got. Not a lot of momentum here, man. I want to see this push continue. This was the big bar. This little baby bar right after it, not great. This was a nice push up, and then the big momentum push. Nice bullish close. We'll see. We'll see what we get. It's hard to say. I'll close it here and I'll jump back in, as it pushes up. A lot of times you just end up with a worse entry, but it's tempting to do here. But that's the name of the game. Sometimes you got to take a stop out, 2 stop outs, on the way to 3 stop outs, however many, on the way to the winner. Might start to come back down. Let's see what we get here. I'm going to check Dow quick just to get NASDAQ quick just to get an idea. Kind of the same move. Push up and then somewhat of a retracement. Let's see. No big momentum continuing out of this one. Looks like it's going to head back down towards the stop. I'll leave it for now, give it a little bit of room. But this might blast right back down to the stop. Yeah, it looks like it's going to.
Stop filled.
That's it. Fake out move all the way back down. We'll see if this continues back up. Maybe it's just coming down here to test the highs and push straight back up. I'll take it again. If it's going to move hard to the downside, I will take it to the downside. So let's see what we get here. Again, had to jump in that one pretty late with a stop loss, somewhere way up here. So let's see if we could push towards the upside again. Came down, closed this whole gap up. Now maybe that's all it needed to do. Let's see. We'll get ready for it again. I think it's going to go. I mean, again, that's why I wanted to jump right in on this one. Big momentum. This is the 305 Eastern, volatility coming in right before the market. There's a chance it just chops back and forth and we take some losses on it, but I want to be here to capitalize on a big push up that just starts to run with some buying coming in. If we were looking at volume on this one, you could see a lot of volume came in. It's obvious by the size of the candle being larger than everything else around it. So we got some trading going on. Let's see what we get. Came down, traded below prior bar low. Now it looks like it wants to push up. I think it's just testing these highs again. If this starts to push from here, I'm going to want to get long on it again. That's the breakout, the pullback. Don't want to be too early on it, but having an entry a little bit lower in the field would look pretty nice. So let's see what price wants to do from here. Big push back down. Maybe it just needs to head towards this middle ground, kind of where it's at right now, where all the price action has traded for the day before headed back up. Again, I'm watching for a long right now. As soon as this thing starts to flip and show it wants to head back up, I'm going to hop back in and give the longs another shot. I think this is a bullish move towards the end of the day. If we get some expansion, I'll take some stop outs and I'll get caught up in it, but that's all good. Try to be ready for the larger move here. Yeah, again, if this one flips bullish, I'm gonna go ahead and get long. I think this is all. It might come down towards this area here, but I would really like this for an entry. About a minute left on this candle. Let's see what we get, man. Yeah, again, I still think this is setting up for a bullish move. Yeah, I'm tempted to get long on it. Yeah, that looks good.
Order filled.
That's where I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go stop loss a little bit tighter. Actually, where was my original? Right here. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Right below these lows. Again, might be early on it. Might just be checking it out again and coming back down. This was the breakout. Took the stop out, entering on momentum, hoping that it was going to push up. Giving it a second shot with stop loss deeper in the zone, way down here. Pushed up, came all the way back down, retraced, tested. This should be all it needs to move up. If it fails again, that happens. It can just as easily come back down without breaking these highs. But it's pushing up with momentum. Really nice bullish bar, long wick to the downside. I like this kind of price action to trade. Again, leveraging this time frame. Low time frame towards end of session on NYSE should be good opportunity to catch some volatility that looks like it's trying to come into the market. So let's kind of see if we can catch some of it. If this moves up pretty quick, I'll get stop loss to break even, and try to protect capital. Again, comes down. I'm probably not going to move it in between here. I'll give it a little bit of room to breathe, and we might just take another stop out. We'll see if we take a third trade on this, but that is this trading thing, man. Got to get involved. Got to risk some capital to be able to make some. Got to give your trades room to breathe a bit. So we'll see if we can turn something on this one. Let's see. Let's go, Dow. Cooperate with me here, man. It doesn't look like it's going to. Got some selling pressure on it right now. Really would have liked to see this momentum continue. Again, this is some nice bullish structure right here at the end of the day. This is when I started paying attention, about 2:30. Came down here, didn't break the low, checked out the lows, picked up everything it needed to. Faked us out on the first one, almost the same thing as yesterday. Took the stop out with a really tight stop, trying to get involved, as the move's happening. That's fine. Retraced, cleared out most of what it needed to clear out, and should be able to push if this move's going to happen. There's a chance that it's not going to happen, and it's just going to be this consolidating, BS at the end of the day here. It does happen, but so far we're looking okay. Come on, man. Let's see a push up and break the highs. Yeah, now that we're up here, I'll watch to move a stop loss, tighter to, or either just close out manually. But we're pushing up decently so far, only about a little past halfway to 1-to-1, getting closer to 3/4. Come on, man. Big push up, close above these bars would be sweet. That would be really the indication that this move is going to take off. Nice. Still continuing. Comes back down and starts messing around. Not as likely that this is going to continue. So just have to be patient with it. See what we get. Might not be it, guys. I don't know. We don't try to predict what the market's going to do. We just react. Showing me that it wants to go up. Market doesn't have a gender, so it wants to go up. So we're going to hang on. Yeah, market is doesn't have a gender, and it's non-discriminatory. Doesn't care what our gender is, our race, religion, anything. It's going to treat us all harshly, equally. So close didn't push up, didn't break above these highs. Close was below these closes. Next bars open it up. Bullish. Not really what I want to see again, I'll look to preserve capital by closing this thing if it starts to push down. This is its chance to break, let's see it, man. Maybe it needs to come down and mess around again, but I really don't want to allow that to happen. I'm getting ready to go stop loss to break even, but I'm just going to watch what happens from here so I can manually close if need be. Come on, man. Break the highs. Let's see it. Let's see it. End of the month, end of the quarter. It's Good Friday. We want to see the fucking, 200-point run up. Struggling a little bit more than I would like to see on this push. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I'm going to go stop loss to just above break even on this one. Right below this bar. Yeah, I'm going to go right to break even on this one. It's not breaking it with the momentum that I would like to see. It's definitely pushing up. This looks good. If it comes back down, I'm going to get out, and I will enter again, probably, honestly. I'll get out for no loss, and if it pushes back up, I'll enter right at the highs as it's breaking up. 30-point stop loss, and I'd rather risk it that way. This doesn't look great. It looks like it's failing here. If it pushes from here, great. That's what I want to see. If it comes down below this low, all the way back down towards the low of this bar, it's less likely. Market could do whatever it wants to do, but there's regular price action and market structure, and there's irregular price action and market structure. If this move is going to continue, here's the break, here's the retest, and we want to see the push up from here. This is the continuation of the move. We want to see this move break above these highs. Maybe it's not going to. Maybe this is it, and it's just going to kind of come back down into its range. That's the whole move. I got to run my position. I don't want to be in another position like yesterday where I close out, near break even, $100 of profit, and then we see the thing take off. So that's what I'm trying to relive from yesterday. That's what I'm not trying to relive from yesterday. Yeah, it's slowing down a little bit, so we'll see. It looks more likely to come down and hit me at break even here, but I'm not going to close it yet, just in case we see the big momentum push come in right now. 3:18 p.m. Maybe, man. Maybe everybody's buying. Markets pushing up. U.S. markets are on a tear. We'll see. Ugh. Ugly candle. Just so you know, guys, the commentary on here is mainly just for fun. It's important to stay pretty emotionless as you're trading. I pride myself in that, but it'd be pretty boring if I just came on here and narrated what I was doing and didn't try to give you some play-by-play of what I'm seeing playing out on the charts with you. So might take another stop at break even. It's all good. I'm gonna give myself I give myself around that like 3 consecutive full stop out limits before I'm like, all right, I'll probably call it a day, come back to the charts tomorrow. So I'm not near that yet with just one. This looks like it wants to come down. This bar, again, would have been the push. I wanted to see this happen. This one staged, tried for it, and is just coming back down. On a 1-minute chart, this is going to look like trash. We're here on the 5-minute, so we don't give ourselves anxiety and end up, headed to our grave early, freaking out on the 1-minute as price is moving. But second shot to keep us in this trade and push up, break above these highs, start closing above these highs. Comes back down. I'm still going to wait for a bullish move. I'll just be buying higher up, probably have a worse entry, but I'll protect some capital. No need to take another loss if this thing again is going to fake us out. So we'll see what we get. We will see what we get. Finding some resistance, coming down below this candle. This looks like trash, guys. I thought it was Good Friday coming up. There's nothing good about this candle. Yeah, man, we got a couple people in. If you got any questions or anything, feel free, ask trading related questions. While we're BS and watching this trade play out. I'll just stop talking when it's time for me to do something on here. But if you got anything trader related, I'm happy to answer. I know that was a brief description, brother. Jump in the free Telegram. You'll see, my approach. Check out my other videos on YouTube. You'll kind of see me going through different styles of approach. But in general, it's pretty simple for me. There's nothing magical. There's no crazy strategy or system. It's based around finding nice ways to structure my risk, leveraging trend, price action, market structure, and making my approach simple, discretionary, being able to use my intuition and experience to try to make good, educated trading decisions, and then have a strong mindset and mentality for when shit like this happens. When you hop on the charts, price breaks out with some wild momentum, you take a buy, comes back, stops your ass out. Now it comes back into profit. You take a second trade, you're in profit, almost towards the break-even point, and it wants to come all the way back down and stop you out. Maybe it comes all the way back up, to those highs and continues after stopping your ass out a second time. But it's about just trading through, maintaining that strong mindset and psychology, understanding that this is a game of probabilities. It's not about one trade or 5 trades or 10 trades. It can be a little difficult because, of course, I want to come on here and show you guys I know how to trade, and you want to see wins. You want to see me hop on here and pick a nice spot on the chart and rack up, a couple $1,000s in wins. It's sweet when it happens, but it doesn't happen every day. I'm trying to show you guys the real side of it. That's why I'm doing it live, literally with P&L on the screen, letting you see everything right here. This is how I'm managing the trade. So that is that. But yeah, this is struggling, finding some resistance. Sometimes you get the push right from here. Doesn't look like it at all. Looks like it's going to come down and hit a stop. I'm going to give it a second. I'm not going to move the stop. It'll stop us out, right around break even if it does come the rest of the way down. We'll just let it go from there and see what we get. Yes, again, still going to look bullish. If it wants to try again on this one, I'm probably going to wait towards the highs to jump back in. It's a dangerous play to do that, but maybe it's going to fucking go. I don't know. What is Dow doing? What I said, it really doesn't matter because they don't move together, but I'm going to go back and check it anyway. Kind of the same bullshit. Big push up, big wick down right to the highs, nice price action. Now it's trying. It, staged this nice momentum and didn't really continue. We got indecision forming at this resistance. We could see the nice push. That's why I'm staying in this. Comes down, stops me out. That's fine. Stop loss right now is in a good area. If this closes here, we got to stop, below a candle. That's fine. Obviously, by the candles, buyers and sellers are kind of at odds, trying to figure out which way this thing's going to run towards the end of the day. Price action still looks very bullish. Sure, you could be taking a trade saying, look, it's hitting a resistance zone. I'm going to sell all the way back down. That's fine, but this looks nice and bullish to me. Still want to be long here. I think we at least have an opportunity to come out and check this high out, check this zone out, or pull a run up like we did yesterday. This is not far-fetched to happen. 2 days in a row, it's a little bit wild, but here was the move yesterday. Huge push up. Again, I ducked out. You can go back and watch, but I had closed out 3 contracts on the way up, and then the last contract. Woo. Look at that, man. There's the push. Let's fucking see it, guys. Let's go. Let's go, Dow. Everybody cheer. Come on. Hurry up. Encourage Dow. Good job, Dow. Great job. I'm probably going to scale out of 2 contracts somewhere up here. I had $600 of risk. 2 to 1 would be $1,200. We would take the winner. We're back in profit right now on the day. I'm going to leave my stop for right now. Let's get ready. We are in a sell. I'm probably going to close out 2. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Let's take about... Come on, man. Keep push. One more nice push. Oh, it's above the high. I'm going to get ready to close out 2. Yeah, let's go for that
Order
right
filled.
now. Secure some profit. I'm going to redo this stop order. This is going to be a sell stop for 2 units at 41.90. I'm going to adjust this. I'll go right below this bar's low, kind of where we were. I want to be able to see my order, so nice. Secured some profit. Let's see what we get on the rest of it. I'm going to leave this one running. I don't want to be caught, be the only one hanging out after. I'm going to go right under here. I don't like moving my stop loss any farther away, but I want to be right underneath this. It just annoys me when I can't see the P&L and you guys can't see the P&L. So let's see. Yeah, man. All the way up to the resistance zone. Tested above this high. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's all she wants to do, and or he wants to do, or whatever the market is, and it wants to come back down. I don't know. I'm going to leave this runner. Again, yesterday, I missed a big portion of this move. Secured some nice profits way up here. That's great. Comes back down. I'll end up around break even on the day. Fine. Fine by me. I'm going to leave these two contracts on. My real target, I want to see like a... let's see. Yeah, man, tested this area again. I think it's got room to go, man. I'm probably going to close on price action on this one. I'll mark this level off. Yeah, you know what? Let me do this. Let's get the Ray-Bans back on here. Let's get the Rays. That would be a pretty sweet level, if not all the way up here. I'm going to play this one by feel. Again, here was the entry. Here was the order. Boom. We took the first stop out. I had 30. Here's 1-to-1. Here is 2-to-1. We already hit our 1-to-1. We got stop loss to break even. Closed out somewhere up here. I could look on the broker and tell you exactly where the close was. Two contracts past that 1-to-1 level, which is nice. Really near the 2-to-1 level. If I had $600 of risk and we were over the 1,000, close to that 2-to-1 level, almost that initial risk, which is cool. And now we got a risk-free trade, profit secured, and we're going to run this thing. This could be pretty sweet, guys. This is the big momentum that we're looking for at the end of the day. This is why we're here. I'm not talking about me and trading. I'm just talking about how the market moves. We've got volume and volatility in the market at NYSE Open, and I've been watching it increasingly here at the end of the day. It gets these big moves, man. You know, it can be choppy. You could have watched this happen today where I got long again and this thing just came and stopped me out. That's fine. I'm going to come on here, put my risk on in the market, take the stop outs like I did on the first one, and maybe take, another stop all the way down to my break even level here, end the day for, a couple $100 loss. But on the way to that, you have the opportunity to make some big money, a few $1,000s risking, somewhere around that $600 a trade mark by catching these big moves. So this thing is looking really nice. I mean, look at how big this move is from the bottom. Obviously we're not buying all the way down here as the bottom's falling out, but this looks nice. Came above the high. This is kind of testing this area again. Maybe that's all it wants to do, but I'm going to leave it for now. If it comes all the way down, checks this zone out, maybe it just needs to trade below this prior bar, pick up some volume from right here and push up. Maybe it needs to come all the way down here and push up, but I'm not waiting for anything like that. We got, less than 30 minutes on the session. If this thing's going to continue, I want to see it continue from here. And again, I'm not going to close this out. I'll let it run all the way back down, stop me out if that's what it wants to do, because we got to hold those winners and let them run. But yeah, man, got on the right side of the market. We saw some bullish momentum pushing up, really, really big bar. Again, had a wider stop on that first one. way down here, or had I jumped in like somewhere right at the top of this bar, that would have been a little bit sweeter on the first move. I probably still would have got stopped out at break even, something like that. So, I'm not really sweating it, but that's fine. Yeah, big move down below prior bar low. We'll see if it stops, finds some support right here, and then tears back up, or if it's going to come down and stop us out. Fine either way. I don't know if I'll jump in for a third round here if we do get that, but obviously this was not the continuation up. A lot of times we'll get the big bullish bar and then the consecutive bullish bar right there, towards the way up. But let's see. Let's see what we get. Always fun to see some action though. It gets boring when you just get stopped out at in the chop. So. But yeah, guys, this is it. Very simple, straightforward approach. I do this live every day. When we go on a win streak, like if you check out my YouTube and Instagram, you'll see a lot of wins posted there. That's just what was occurring over the last few weeks. I'd hop on and I'd get a 2-to-1 win. I wasn't trading the futures market for a lot of it, so it was a little more structured. I would take a 2-to-1 as the goal. I'd close half the position at 1-to-1, move stop loss to break even, let the other half run to 2-to-1. It ends up being a 1.5-to-1 profit on those trades. And we took I had a week or so, 7 or 8 in a row every day, recorded live, just winners. So it's nice when it plays nice with you. There's plenty of consecutive losers also. Again, you'll see stuff like we might get today. This is still sitting in profit, only a couple $100 on the day. If it comes back and stops me out, I'll be 100 or something like that. I'll be break even over the 2 sessions. That's fine. But, in my opinion, you don't need the craziest strategy in the world. You don't need a million different indicators. Find some stuff that works for you. Stick to that stuff. Feel free to experiment with, plenty of different things on the way to finding what works for you. But, try to craft your approach in something that fits well with your personality, your style, the time constraints you have to trade, and then stick to that, man. Understand what your win rate's going to be. Understand through backtesting, have an idea of what your risk to reward is going to be as you're trading, and, trade that system. That's really all we can do. Talked about it on my live today, in this morning's live. Go ahead and do yourself a favor and look at a free equity simulator. You could type in free equity simulator in Google. It will give you plenty of them. What it is it allows you to plug in your risk to reward, your win rate, a starting capital amount. Oh, here we go. I might get the stop out here. This looks bearish on a big pullback. I'll continue that thought in a second. Looks like a big pullback. Again, maybe it just needs to find a little bit of support here. I wish my stop and my entry were a little bit lower. I'm not going to change anything at all right now. That's not the name of the game. If this fails here, maybe it's going to come way down deeper, and I don't want to take on that type of loss. Letting a nice winner that we secured profit on turn into a loss. But closed out some partials, so that's fine. Let's see if this runner does anything, or it comes down and stops us out. I'll watch price action from there. Maybe we jump back in if it heads up with momentum. But I'm not going to make any calls just yet. But yeah, man, hop on Google. Once you have an idea, once you have a strategy, an approach, if you don't, jump in my free Telegram, start following my stuff. If you want to work with me one-on-one, or you want to hop on the lives and get help, hands-on developing an approach or a strategy that works for you, in a non-financial advice type of way. That's what I do. If you already have a strategy and approach, something I think is very important that separates the winning traders from the break-even and losing traders is an understanding and a real belief in the probabilities that they're up against. Why is this giving me an alert? So finishing this thought that I've trailed off on 3 times. Once you have your win rate and your risk to reward figured out, an average of those numbers, jump on a free equity simulator, plug in your win rate, risk to reward, maybe a starting balance for an account that you would be trading, whether it's a live account or if you're going to go for a prop firm. The risk per trade that you're thinking about using is another metric that gets entered in there. And from that, it will run, just as a random test, 100 different sets of trades, and it will do it over the course of 20 different lines. Essentially, they call them lines because it's plotted on a chart. But from that, it will show you, one, is it a profitable system based on the risk to reward, the win rate, and those 2 factors right there. But it will also show you your consecutive losers, your consecutive winners, what you can expect over the course of 100 trades running this model multiple times based on your percentage, your win rate, and your risk to reward. And with using the percent or the dollar amount that you're going to risk per trade relative to your capital, it'll show you the average drawdown. You run that thing a couple times. If it's popping up, max consecutive or average consecutive losers 5, 6, 7, multiple times, that means out of 100 trades, trading your strategy normally in normal market conditions, you have to be ready to take
stop filled.
That's the stop out for break even. You have to be ready to take 5, 6, 7, whatever that number is, consecutive losers and consecutive winners, because it'll show you that number as well. It will also show you the drawdown, average drawdown, max drawdown, all that type of metric. Understand that stuff and make sure you really can process that as you're trading. Can you come to the chart and take whatever number of consecutive losers you see on that model? Because you'll probably see that over 100 trades if everything is consistent that you're entering and you're around those numbers, and continue trading normally. Are you comfortable with that much drawdown on your account based on how much you're risking per trade? If not, then maybe you need to change some stuff up. Maybe you need to lower the risk per trade. Maybe you need to, look at a little bit different of a risk to reward, combination of a way that you're taking trades. If it's, generating too low of a win rate and you're not comfortable with that many losses. But I think seeing this stuff on a chart is very helpful. It is for me at least. They have basic charts, win rate, and risk to reward to tell you where the break-even level is, where the profitable level is. But doing an equity simulator really can help. Man, this thing looks like, I'm watching this as I'm talking. This looks like it still wants to push up. Stop me out. Cleared below this low. I'm tempted to jump back in. I don't want to take another loss. If it starts to trade above this bar, I might go for it. Let's look at where 30 pips would be. Dang, man, you really going to do it to me? Dow? Really? Really now? Yeah, this would be like the 2-to-1 level somewhere up here. 3-4 minutes left on this bar. Yeah, it's a risky move at this point. It didn't run, it didn't push up really high. We got a close up here. What am I at? $110 loss on the day. Closing out the whole thing would have put me at, 5 or whatever that was. We took a $600 loss, a little over 1,000. Yeah, somewhere around that 400 and change level in profit. But again, this thing ran with 2 contracts in it. That could have been, easily another $1,000 in profit, $1,500 in profit. So that's what I'm going for. That's what I missed out on yesterday. Playing around with YouTube too much and just not being ready to let that one run. So yeah, I can't take this one right now. I'd like to be involved with it, but because I think it might still push, but thinking is different than reading the chart and using some TA. So pushed up, came all the way back down. Maybe this is just the retest again, like a deep retest like this before the second push up. There's a chance it just comes up here to check these highs again, but we got a candle that came all the way down below these lows towards these highs. I think it's likely to just kind of trail off from here. I don't think this huge move is going to happen. Again, usually when we get this run up, maybe you get a big pullback and then a quick push back up, but this is the momentum slowing. Was this going to continue? I would have wanted to see another big bullish bar and then, a sharp sell off from wherever it's going to tap out. And maybe that's all that it is right now. This doesn't look incredibly bullish right here. Obviously came down, stopped me just above break even on the second half of the position after securing some profit. So let's see what we get. But yeah, man, outside of the strategy, the approach, mindset, is and psychology and having an understanding of probabilities and the market that we're operating in is the big thing. Technical analysis is not incredibly difficult to learn, especially once you realize that there's no secret formula, there's no holy grail that you're going to find that allows you to win 90% of your trades. If you find that with a positive risk to reward, that's great. Congratulations, you're one of nobody that I've ever met before in my life. But for the most part, for the mortals in the room, most guys that I see end up with a pretty average win rate, like around the 50%, 60% level. Most guys with a positive risk to reward, meaning they're making more on their winners than they're losing on their losers, do not have a 70 or 80% win rate. So once you can start to comprehend that piece of the general reality of trading, you can say, okay, if I'm just starting with a 50% win rate, how can I figure out a way to make a little bit more when I'm right and lose a little bit less when I'm wrong through structuring your risk on a chart in ways that make sense, and maybe managing your trades like you just saw me do, moving your stop to break even, scaling out of a position when it makes sense, maybe closing a position that's moving against you. I could have been quicker to close on the first one. I mean, I'm happy I didn't. I'm glad with the way I let that thing run. Could have just as easily turned. As you could see, the second one came down and then pushed back up a little bit. And focusing on not having this massively high win rate, or massively high risk to reward and an abysmal win rate, but finding a balance in there that allows you to operate and make some money in the markets, and then really understand what your next course of 100 trades will look like, because the next day or the next week is not a representation of how you're going to perform in the long run. If you're here to make a quick buck and just have some fun with it, sure, put some risk on and pick a spot and whatever, that's fine. If you're going to come to the market every day and look to trade across a wide variety of conditions and news and different days, over hundreds of trades, you've got to understand what you're looking at for consecutive losers, consecutive winners, average drawdown, and what you'll have to do to be able to generate that profit. So again, Equity Simulator is super cool for that. It can help. Again, it's a basic free tool, to look at. Back test the hell out of your approach. Throw TradingView in replay mode. There's limitations to that, but I'm a big fan of back testing. And even if you're not, you can back test in a couple different ways. You can do it very, very structured. If you're trading the discretionary approach, maybe you're using it as a little bit of like practice, a little bit of warm up. Scroll back randomly on the chart. Obviously, don't look at the chart. Put the line all the way forward so you're not seeing what's coming up next. Trade on your time frame. Only use the stuff that you're going to use when you're actually trading. And then when you go to trade live, don't use other bullshit that you weren't using in back testing. Use the buy and sell button. Throw some risk on the charts that you'll actually use, and get a feel for how it plays out over the long run. Trade how you would trade, and continue to do that. That's how you build confidence in your strategy, in your approach. How you build experience in the markets when you're not live trading or trading on demo, and really get a feel for that. Because again, man, you could trade similarly to my approach. You could trade whatever approach you want, that provides you some form of an edge in the markets. I'm pausing on this thought because I'm watching this, man. This is a nice bullish formation here. 3:47 p.m. I think this is headed back up. Damn it, Dow. again, man, they like the sign and the commentary and the joking around. Just know that comes from a place of just trying to have fun on these live streams. It'd be, it'd be pretty boring. I'm a little bit straightforward as it is. So, when the trade setups come, I take them. That's just the bottom line. This looks good. We get a push up above here. I'm gonna want to go for it. This is, let's not be confused here. Push up, pull back, push up, pull back. Long wicks to the downside. Kind of a bullish candle right here. If this candle doesn't come down and continue this move down and instead starts to push up, that looks good. This is exactly the structure that I like to trade. We've got uptrend structure here. We just created a new high. This is solid. So I'll probably jump in here and I'll have a stop with 4 contracts. I'll throw a stop somewhere below these lows. Doesn't look like I'm going to get it right now with this bearish close, but 30. If my entry was somewhere up here, 32 pips, maybe I'd have a couple bucks over 600 that I've been, staying around that, like $400 to $800 range. Not in anything yet. Obviously, you'll see it on the chart, but just measuring out. But yeah, man, that last thought, you can trade whatever strategy you want to provide some kind of edge. If you can't trade it through drawdown, you can't trade it accurately when you're winning trade after trade and you think you're invincible and you're this godlike trader, you're going to be unprofitable like everybody else. That's just the nature of it. Trading is very simple. It can be very simple, but it's not easy. That's the best saying that I like about trade. One of the good sayings that I like. Can be very, very simple. Technical analysis, you can approach it with a very, very simple way. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy to trade. So, yeah, kind of selling off on this one. I'm not going to take a sell here right now. Going to wait and see. We're at 349. We'll kind of see what we get. Again, guys, you got any questions or anything? You want to hear me yap about something specifically, just let me know. Trading related, and I will do that. Let's check the Dow for fun. Same structure on the Dow, really. Pushed up. We didn't even get that. I'm sorry. NASDAQ. Let's check the NASDAQ. Same structure on the NASDAQ 100. Pushed up, pulled back. Now looks like it might want to make a second push. We kind of got 2 of those on Dow. Still looks like it's going to try, man. Nope. Not yet. Not yet. That's why we wait. We don't just arbitrarily enter at a zone and have, our stop loss blown through. Yeah, man, here was its potential move. I mean, obviously, we got the, sorry for scrolling back and forth so many times with the chart. We got the big move. We got the volatility that came in, the volume. And it looked like this could have been a nice runner, staging the same thing as yesterday. Found some resistance, didn't want to push back. Now it looks like it's going to try again, coming into the final minutes of the day here. Push down, and now a big push up. 8 minutes left on the day. How big is this? Because, again, this is my setup, Failed a couple times, and if I get a stop on here, it's going to be somewhere down here. I won't have much room to let the trade breathe. If it turns like it just did and comes back down, it'll take me out, and it won't be such a fun ride. But this looks like it wants to push up. I'm probably going to take it with a tight stop loss, 20 ticks. More of a scalp move. We'll see if we can get in and out, targeting these highs. just going to wait, not for a candle close, but I'm going to wait to see if this momentum starts to continue. And we will see. Yeah, again, if you weren't on here earlier, man, feel free, hop in the free Telegram. I'll be trying to do more of these. You'll get, notifications about when I got them coming up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you'll get a notification when I go live. If you want to do that too. You want more help with your trading, or you want to trade live with me every morning for NYSE Open, almost every morning. I have a program for that as well. You can find out more about that in the free Telegram or realdealforex.com. But yeah, this is why I didn't jump in it too quick, man. It might move, it might go right up, but we got this like last couple minutes of the session volatility. Volume coming in, as you can see down here. It kind of looks like it's getting dragged towards this area. This was the nice move. We were on the right side of it again twice, stopped out on the first one. Second one was a winning trade, closed half the position, really close to that 2-to-1 level. And then second half near break even, just above break even, a little bit of profit, ending up again $110 in the red on the day. I had no trades this morning. Yesterday, again, kind of like a break even day, around that $100 range is pretty much break even, $100, $200. So $95 of profit yesterday, ending up break even on these two trading days right now. $15 seconds left on this one. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's trying. It's obviously a lot of volume. Take a look. More volume than everything else. You can tell by the way the candle's moving. Yeah, I don't know. I might sit this one. I might sit the rest of this one out. It's setting up for it, but again, it's 3:55 p.m. So this would be a scalp, small scalp trade. Take a look at what Dow's doing. Let's take a look at what NASDAQ is doing just for fun. Kind of same thing, overlapping bars, pushing up for the final moments of the day. Yep, I'm probably just going to stay out of this one at this point. Not a bad trading session. Again, had this move continued, that would have been pretty sweet. One win, one loss. One, that had half profit, and then break even on the second. This is just going to do its thing in the final moments of NYSE, and yeah, man, that's why protect capital, move your stop loss up when you can in a spot that makes sense. Closing out partials is okay. Again, yesterday I was a little bit too aggressive with it. At least I felt, for catching the nice move, messing with YouTube and just not being prepared to run a winning trade. I was today, got in. That was the game plan. Just didn't run. This could have just as easily, like yesterday, right from this bar when we were all the way near 2-to-1 in profit, just continued its huge move up. Yeah, it looks like the final move might be a bullish move here after coming down and wicking down, but it's too many overlapping bars at this point. And a 357 p.m. But yeah, it looks like it's going to push all the way up and head towards those highs. We'll watch her close. That'll be it. We'll watch the close of this bad boy. Looks like it tried to push up and kind of came back to fail. So glad I didn't get involved there. Again, that type of a candle was the move I'd like, just based on basic market structure. But end of the day, not really a lot of time for it to play out. So we'll watch the close on this one, and I'll check Forex real quick with you guys. My Forex pairs. If you got any questions, man, let me know. If you want me to check anything out, feel free. This is your time. I'm giving you my time for free, answering any trading questions. Let me know. Otherwise, I'll run through what I'm looking at one more time towards the end of the day here, and then just line some stuff up for next week. See what we got. So yeah, this is going to be the end of this bar here. Dropping all the way back down. Big push up, didn't continue. This was some nice momentum. Could have got in a little bit earlier down here. This would have been, this was too early to see. This breakout was nice. Took the buy up here. Stop out. Next buy on its way back up. Worked out very nicely. And as you can see, a buy would not have played very nicely here. There you go. There's the sell-off coming into the end of the session. Yep. So I'm gonna leave this alone now. Let's check out Forex real quick. See what I got going on the Forex pairs one more time with you guys. So this is Euro USD, going through the same stuff as earlier. Downtrend, took a nice trade, sell trade that won off of this one. Pushed down, closed it out somewhere around here near this low. Was looking at this earlier as a kind of break and retest. Came down below these lows, figured it would pull back somewhere. It did, and now is continuing down. We'll wait to see how this forms. Not going to take anything today. Tomorrow, majority markets are closed. Good Friday, 3-day weekend type of deal. So I won't be trading, and we'll wait to see what develops into Sunday night and into Monday. USD JPY. Let me get rid of this volume. We are at the major resistance area. All of these highs on the chart. Obviously, it had this massive push up from 2021 into 2022. Another pull back down, and then massive push up to the same high. Dropped off again. I believe this is earlier. Yeah, this is January 2024. Ran all the way back up, and here we are at those highs again. There's a lot behind it on the fundamental side, but if we're just looking at the chart, a break above, a pull back, and then continuation up would indicate that this thing might continue its big bullish move up. If it starts to fall off from here, maybe it's going to start selling off, and we'll see some downtrend structure that we could look for sell trades on. I'm watching this for the bullish move. Right now, it's in a clear range consolidation. Don't want to get caught up in the chop, so I'm waiting for it to push up or push down. I won't take a breakout. I'll wait for a little bit more price action and then try to catch the meat of the move if one of these big uptrends are going to continue and JPY is just going to, USD JPY is just going to rip to to new highs. USD CAD, I've been watching this one. Kind of a similar deal at a major resistance zone. Big uptrend from the beginning of this year. Here's the resistance zone. It's been knocking against a couple times on this, on this most recent price action and structure. I think we're likely to see a break above just based on this trend prevailing. The basic logic we're applying that market suffers from inertia. Trends like to prevail. It's more likely to continue moving in the direction that it's moving in than to just reverse by a very, very, very small percentage. But so knocked against it a couple times. Most recently, sold off of it. It's holding. It's failing to break above that level. So we'll see what happens. I didn't take any sell trades. I marked up a little bit in here just to share it with the group earlier on. Again, I send all of this analysis in Telegram every day. I update it and keep you guys informed on what trades I'm looking for, really, because I trade right off of this analysis here. I'm looking for a break above. Again, I won't take a breakout trade as soon as it starts breaking above. I'll wait for it to push up, pull back, and then continue in that direction. If it breaks down, again, maybe starts to get below this low, I'll start looking for sells. I'm not going to jump into sells right away. The rest of the pairs I'm watching are either correlated pretty strongly to Euro USD, USD JPY, or USD CAD, or they're just moving sideways. We got a lot of rangy consolidation stuff. Let me see. JPY, again, I'm going to wait for USD JPY on it. GBP CAD, super rangy. A lot of these just looking very, very rangy, where I just don't want to get involved with the market. So I will wrap it up there, guys. Thank you for joining another live stream. Had a couple trades, didn't work out as huge profit. We were on the right side of the market both times. Got into a nice one that pushed into profit, closed out some profit, ended up about break even. Check out the free Telegram. Again, nothing here financial advice. If you have any questions, shoot me an email, support@realdealforex.com. Head to my website. Or jump in the free Telegram, be in the description of this video, or be linked in my bio on the channel. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys next time.